is Weekend Work on Shade 45.
The Bad Boys of Radio love Dinero Coast PR, and we working on the weekend as usual. We got extended
as usual.
We got extended family member in the building. This is my guy from way back. This is like his second home coming hanging out with us.
Yes. You call him up, and he's like, "Yo, set it up. Let's go."
You know what's
Easy.
So you know what's good about it? It's the BQE thing. So let's give a round of applause for Maino, man. Family.
What's happening?
What's happening with you, Maino? Cheers, bro. You look like
you drinking in the morning?
Drink in the morning, some Cabernet, I do what I do.
What's the name of that?
Weed. No weed in it though. No weed in it. It's just, Central Coast Cabernet Sauvignon,
Okay.
It's good. So
that's what's up, man.
Love is like, yo, are they giving us a check, man? Get that off the thing.
You know how. You know me. Yo, Maino, so let's talk about this Cant Breathe record, man. Like with everything going on, what's your take on this, man?
Listen, bro, I was inspired. I was fed up, tired, just like everybody else. When the situation happened on a Monday, I made the song the next morning. Because it's just something that, as a people, that we just been confronted with for generations, bro, since we've been here.
Yeah.
The disrespect, the injustice, the no accountability on a part of the police. Like I had somebody say to me, "Oh, well, what about black on black crime?" The difference between this and black on black crime is this: when black on black crime happens, which it often does, we get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
We sure do.
Accountability.
Yeah.
So
accountability.
when a little homie go ahead and shoot the other little homie, one guy loses his life, they both lose their lives, because the court system gonna put that guy on the roof for the next 30 years.
Yep, and they're gonna put the light on. They put the light on.
It's either the justice system or the streets. Somehow he's gonna accountability.
It's accountability, right? It's accountability, bro. But I'm strictly talking about the justice system. So now, when you talk about the police who kill us on camera, with no accountability, let a nigga kill another nigga on camera and see what happens.
Woo! There won't even be no trial. Quick trial.
That's what I'm saying. So the standard for prosecuting police is so high that it really doesn't even happen. So you got to think about, if the police knew that they were getting prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law all the time for the shit that they do, they will be moving different, right? They don't even care about the cameras, because the system is already understood that not much really gonna happen. If they knew that they would be getting put on the roof, or if they knew that their lives was in jeopardy, they could be facing 20, 30 years in prison for the shit that they out here doing, then they would be moving different. So it's about accountability in the song. I probably got off the topic, but I was inspired, man. Like, I feel like the music should reflect the times. I always was an artist that made music that came from my heart,
You definitely did.
Right.
Always.
Yep. So it was like, I can't, it's hard to post and talk about, nonsense when this is going on, and knowing that I got a 17-year-old son that could be confronted by the police
anytime.
Anytime.
Any day. Yes. Yep.
Yep.
If they were to lose, maybe, like you said, some kind of repercussions, you go to jail, lose your pension, because they think you go to jail, I'm going to do a couple years. No, you lose your pension, you lose everything. Everything that you have.
Go to prison.
They would think. Bro,
listen, they don't even get extensive prison term, right? So now the dude that killed, it was an officer that shot and killed this guy in East New York, Kai Gurley. They had this officer in the project. He nervous. He already been programmed with this fear in his mind. So he's standing in the project building, scared to death.
Pink houses, right? Mm-hmm.
Cypress. So
I think
either one or the other. So he heard the door, and somebody was coming, from the apartment, coming down the stairs. What did he do? He pulled out his gun and shoot.
Because he was scared.
Because he's scared. So he died, and now he got probation. Like, you get probation for this shit? Like, there's no accountability. I was like, I can't kill nobody by mistake, bro. You can't kill nobody by mistake.
That doesn't even sound right? Like,
you can't kill nobody by mistake. So the standard is set too high with these dudes, and it's been generations and upon generations of proof that they've been violating our civil rights. They've been beating it and disrespecting us and shooting and killing us and just overall just a slap in the face, time and time again.
Every time, yep.
Well, people, before we start talking again, let's play the record. Let's get people.
Let's get to yep. I Can't Breathe.
I've been playing
Maino,
it for the last couple of weeks.
Maino, go ahead and intro the song, bro.
The record, Maino.
It only been a week.
It came out. You played it last week, Love.
No, I played
the last couple of weeks.
It ain't been last week before. This is the second week I played. It's gonna be the third.
Nah, bro.
No, this is second. This is second.
Yes.
Bro, he ain't been dead. He ain't been dead 3 weeks, bro.
Look at the calendar. I played it last week, and I played the you remember you
look
made
at the calendar. This is the second week, bro.
Nah, this ain't the second week. This is the third.
Bro, that man, how long that man died? You know when that man died?
I don't know
song
when
just
he died.
came out last Wednesday.
Was it last Wednesday?
Yes.
No.
The song came out last Wednesday. He died last Monday.
You was the first one to make a record, though.
Yes. I made the song on Tuesday. We dropped it Wednesday. That was last week.
Nah, man, no, you bugging, man. I'm telling you, because somebody was in my DM and was like, yo, who record was that with the what's name sample?
Man, Maino don't even know where he did the record.
Nah, I'm telling you, you was the first one to do it. Last week, everybody started. Papoose did a record. Meek Mill, everybody started doing records after you.
Cash,
You the first
right.
one.
Yeah.
Right. He died last Monday.
No, you didn't.
When he died.
Right.
It's been a while because you got to think we was riding.
It was Memorial Day. Memorial Day.
It wasn't last week because June 8th was, they put us on a curfew. They had all the stuff going on up here. It was riding like crazy. It's been like 2-3 weeks now. You ain't noticing.
It ain't been no 3 weeks, bro. I need you to scratch that 3 weeks, though. I need you to scratch that 3 weeks.
We got to do some. But go ahead and introduce the record, though, man.
Well, it's going on maybe 2 weeks then. Hey, listen, man, you know what it is, man. It's Maino. This is a new joint right here. It's called I Can't Breathe. It was inspired by, the tragic, demise of George Floyd, but it's about everything. It's about everything we've been going through, and this is what it is.
It's the weekend work. Bad Boys of Radio. Coach Peon, Love Dinero.
Triple A Shade 45. Triple A Shade 45. It's the weekend work. Shade 45, Bad Boys of Radio, DJ Love Dinero, Coach PR, Calvin and Melvin.
And we working on the weekend as usual. You know how we
working on the weekend. Working on the weekend as usual. We got the extended family, Maino.
VQ and shit. So hold on, I'm gonna cut you off, PR. So Maino, let's talk about what you got going on right now with this podcast, man. Let's talk about that. Let's let the people know about that.
Oh yeah,
Kitchen talk.
2020 came in with a like no other, and certain things start to happen to affect all of us that we just didn't, anticipate. So when we first got on quarantine, I was just like, yo, look, I need to figure out some other things to do. So I went and bought some studio equipment. I learned how to record myself. So that particular song right there, I recorded that myself.
Wow.
Right. I recorded that myself, sent it out to get mixed. And then at the same time, I went and bought all this stuff to start a podcast because that was something that I always wanted to do. And it was something that people had always been asking for me to do.
Yeah, because you got the personality for it.
Yeah. So I was just like, it's time. Now we got all the time because, sometimes we get so caught up in what we're doing. It be so many other things that we want to do, that we intend to do, that we don't get to it. So the quarantine gave me an opportunity to get to a lot of things that I had started and a lot of things that I wanted to do. So we actually be shooting right here in the kitchen on that couch right here. You got the mics back there.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
So we actually shoot right here in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
So this is something that you were supposed to do. I remember going to a meeting and seeing you at a I'm not gonna say the name of the podcast platform, and then I'm leaving the meeting and you're going in. And I know that's just something that you wanted to do because you're always on your Instagram doing it.
Right. People always been pushing me to do that. And I had that opportunity to do that years ago. Like, a lot of people don't know, Revolt gave me and Uncle Murder a deal for a show back in 2016, 2017, somewhere around there.
Brooklyn Boys, right? Brooklyn Boys,
That's
what
right.
was it?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We shot 2 episodes. It never came out, but we actually had a deal, and we even got paid. The show never came out, and this was back then. So it was always there. It was always something. It was always something to pursue, but it was just trying to find the time to do it and put the pieces together. So we here now.
Why didn't the show come out? Any reason why it never?
Nah, it had nothing to do with us. Whatever Revolt was going through at that time, it had nothing to do with us or what we was bringing, because the show was dope. The idea was dope. We actually shot 2 episodes. We even had like trailers that we had put out.
Yeah.
Never came out.
Wow. So what can we expect from Kitchen Talk?
Just real talk, man. Just me being me. I'm on there with my man Ricky. Everybody know Rick from being around me. Ricky Hustle Hard.
Rick always in the club, man.
Rick.
Always with Maino. Always with Maino.
Always, yeah.
He got 2 plates. When he came to the restaurant, he got 2 plates. Nah.
Definitely.
We
was up at that Burgundy's. We was up at that Burgundy's.
Yeah, heavy. Yeah.
Definitely. So I'm on. I got him on there with me, and I got Georgie, your favorite tomboy. She's been around me since my Atlantic days. And she has a dope personality. She's an artist herself, and she brings a lot. She brings perspectives. Because for me, I like to always have a female's perspective, because the platform is not for people to just agree with how I feel about everything, so we go back and forth about what it is, my views and, on life and, and what have you. So it's dope. It's dope conversation. It's conversation that we would probably be having in the kitchen. It's conversation that we sit around and talk and just kick it. So that's what the show is. And then I be having then I have like a girl in there cooking, and she brings some food. Yeah, it's dope.
Oh, okay. It's a real kitchen talk. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, it's real. What's the first episode is dropped this week already, right? The audio.
Nah, it's dropping today. Actually, it's dropping at 1:00. So, and that's that's just the audio. So we're gonna drop the visual probably tomorrow. But the audio is going to be available on all podcast platforms. So that's Tidal, that's Apple, that's everything. Everywhere where you listen to a podcast, that's where the audio going to live. Yeah, and,
what else have you been doing since we've been on quarantine? You said you started learning how to record, got the studio, got equipment, you got that going. What else did you do to keep yourself sane? Because I damn near lost my mind in the middle of this bullshit.
Nah, this don't bother me though, bro. I started working out more.
All right.
I started getting more in tune with staying healthy. I started taking that serious, because when I started to really understand what we was dealing with, they talking about this is a disease or a virus that attacks the immune system. It had dawned on me that I hadn't gotten sick in like a year. Wow. And I hadn't gotten sick in a year because I was taking wheatgrass shots down there every day. And I hadn't gotten sick, and I was just like, oh, wow, like I don't get sick. And then it made me just start really paying attention to some of the food that we be eating, and a lot of stuff, like the dairy stuff is really bad. So I kind of got a little bit more in tune with that, started working out a little bit more. I work out probably 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and just staying busy.
Did you learn how to cut your own hair, bro? Because I don't know how I'm looking like this.
Nah.
Looking like light skin Jermaine.
brown skin.
Brown skin.
I'm a brown skin. I'm a brown skin nigga with a dark skin mentality. You understand? We don't fuck with that light skin shit, man.
Yeah, so you've been getting your cut. And what else have you been doing? Have you been like? Because I know Love has been doing a lot of working out too. I've been doing a lot of homeschooling, bro. It's like, it's crazy, bro. Like for me.
Homeschooling with the
Yeah,
kids?
my 8-year-old man is driving me crazy. I'm probably gonna get locked up soon for child abuse because I'm gonna beat him up doing homework. Love normally, love he just still driving me crazy,
So
man.
I call him. His background is crazy.
Crazy.
So before we go to music, I want to Love, you want to introduce this new song? It's the new Troll, Nicki Minaj, Rainbow, and Maino did the remix. He's on the remix, so we can get to that real quick.
Wow. You want to
We're not
play
gonna.
games.
We're not doing that.
I see you want to.
Now, play some music, love. Play some music, love. Play some music.
No flexing music. We just ain't playing that.
Ah, man.
You'll come back and talk to Maino and ask him how he feel about this whole bullshit.
Oh,
We can work.
shit.
Bad Boys Radio Love and Coast PR. We'll be back. The Bad Boys Radio Love the Narrow Coast PR. We working on the weekend. We got our family BQE shit. Maino's in the building. Now Maino. You know, this week has been a hell of a week. You know, Nikki done.
It's been a hell of a year.
Oh, yeah,
Hell of a year.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like every week it gets crazy and crazy. Like
Man, crazy.
On different things. Like we seeing stuff that we never would think we would ever see. So, what's your take on this whole 6ix9ine Nicki Minaj record?
I don't have no take, bro. I'm at a point where it's like, hey, listen, man. We gotta understand like what's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
What's cold and stuff for me.
Ain't for everybody else.
It's not for everybody. So I would just say to each his own at this point, because nobody cares about what I care about, you know, because I represent a minority, and I'm real enough to understand that. So it makes no sense to even try to continue to keep pushing that line because, listen, let's get to the shit, man. It don't even matter. What I think don't even matter. All right?
Right.
Let's keep it
Right.
all the way 100. Like, it don't even matter.
Right.
You know, to each his own. People get it the way they want to get it. And listen, I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable just being in my own space and everybody in there. So I don't even have no opinion on it. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, I feel the same way. When I saw it, I was like, oh well, you know what? The way this shit is going now, it's like at first you'd be like tight, like me, like, but then I realized like you said, everybody doesn't care what I think or what cares that what the minority thinks. You know, like what's the street code or what we believe in. Then it's not for everybody, and it's good. But at the same time, though, Maino, you can't be screaming out blood this, blood that, and gang this, gang that, and all this stuff, and still promote what you're promoting and doing what you're doing. And that's like an oxymoron. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
here's the shit that gets to me.
Here's the thing. What world are we in? We in a world that is the music business. It's a business and it's entertainment. So everything that is being done has to be looked at in a way that it's entertainment and it's business. You know, Akon did Locked Up over with him, which is a classic song. I don't know how that applies to Dude.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like,
what am I
gonna say? What am I gonna say? Like, you know, I don't know how that is, how you associate the two, but it is what it is. It's entertainment. They like it. I love it. Whatever.
Who are you listening to in Brooklyn right now? I can tell you, I'm a big fan of Chef G. I'm a big fan of Sleepy Hollow right now as a young boy coming out of Brooklyn.
I love those guys. I love all the young niggas coming out of Brooklyn, man. All the young niggas coming out of Brooklyn got something to say.
Bleezy, you know? They got something to say.
Right, Bleezy, DOD, KI, all of them.
Yeah.
You know, O-Wave. It's a lot
Lola,
of talent coming out of Brooklyn.
Yeah. So that's you listen to all the young cats that's coming out.
Yes. I'm riding around with it. Man. I love Pop Smoke.
I was gonna ask that too. Like, how do you feel about the whole Pop Smoke situation? Like,
I feel bad. I feel bad that had to happen because you know the narrative has always been let's use this music to get out the hood and do something for our families. Let's get out the game. Let's get into this music shit to save us.
Right.
Like now it's being remixed to now niggas is getting out the hood, become artists just to die or go to prison.
Yep. As a vet,
like,
what would you tell? What
was the sense of all that work? Huh?
As a vet, what would you say to the young artists, like, you know, the Pop Smokes before you know, anything,
I would say,
you know, what would you say to them?
I would say that you have to prioritize the opportunities. You have to prioritize the opportunities. The opportunities is greater than the problems. You know, what we doing? Why are we doing it for? You understand? Like, at some point, even for me, like, I came in the game, I had a lot of issues that was unresolved in the street. But at some point, it was just like I had to make a choice on what I gave my attention to. Now, do I continue to give my attention to the street shit, or do I give my attention and my energy to the opportunities that's in front of me? Now, it would be hustling backwards to continue to get the street shit going, knowing that we about to forfeit all these opportunities. Shit, nigga. All these all these rap bitches I had on my wall, I wanted to come home and do. Are you crazy? I wanted to come home and do that. I want to live. I want to live. And the thing about it is, for me personally, I never felt like I cared about living until I had the opportunity to live. You know? So it's knowing that the opportunities is greater, because that's a blessing.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people would love to be in the shoes of some of these young niggas?
Hell yeah. That's
right.
That's a fact.
When you gotta look at yourself and see the value in it and see the blessings that you have. Cause a nigga be like, oh, but I ain't where I want to be. Okay, nigga, we never where we want to be.
Yeah, but we gotta kind of appreciate where we at and what we done.
Where we at, right?
Let's appreciate what we got going on, because it could always be worse. It could always be worse. And knowing that and when you know that it could always be worse, that gives you inspiration to keep moving forward, because you got every day to continue to work towards your dreams, your goals, and making all this shit real. So it's about the opportunities, man. Simple.
I see that. I like the way you are handling stuff. A lot of things. There was a situation where it was a post with 50, and he didn't like what you said, and he tried to say that you didn't appreciate what he did for you, and you was like, you're looking into it too deep. And I actually like what you said, because
no.
I didn't say it exactly like that. Something like that, right?
Slow down.
Okay.
Slow down. I need you to bring it back. It was nothing that I said. I had not said anything.
You liked. It
was a picture of Mel Murder that I had liked. Right.
Right. You didn't say anything. Right.
Now, I come to find out later on that was a whatever him and Jim was going through at the time, you know, which didn't really, was not even something that I even thought about when I saw the picture. You know, I'm a Bed-Stuy nigga, so when I seen Mel Murder, I liked the picture. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to see. That's all that.
Right.
So, you know, I basically, you overthinking. Like, basically, you thinking too deep into nothing. What we talking about, nigga? You all the way up. I'm trying to get there. Like, it can't possibly be an issue. How could it? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't throw rocks and hide my hands. Anytime I got a problem with a nigga, or anytime I got a gripe, or I feel just uncomfortable about something, I speak on it because it's in my heart. I can't hide it, you know. So it was nothing though. It was nothing. It was nothing I even thought about. You know, I think people read more into it than that.
Than what
I wish he would have called me though. Like, as many times as he called me in the past about shit, and we sat and talked on the phone for hours. I wish he would have done that, but it really was no big deal. You understand?
Yeah.
It ain't really no thing, because as far as I'm concerned, we cool. We always gonna be cool, because I ain't in your way and you ain't in mine.
Right. I think
how could it be?
Right. It's just social media. Social media makes people like just lose everything.
Social media is, it's sensitive. So now it's like, if you like something, that means you co-signing it, but you can be liking it for a different
reason.
Right. It ain't right, because I like it for the picture of who was in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Jim, I fuck with Jim Jones. That's not even a secret. I fucks with Jim Jones. That's my brother. I fuck with Jim Jones, right? So when I saw and when he put the picture up of Melly, I was like, oh, because I ain't seen that many pictures of the homie. So I liked the picture, and that was that. It was nothing else to it. It was no other motive in that. It was no other ulterior motive in that. It wasn't a shot. It was none of that. Because I'm not even for that. I don't got that much. I'm not even thinking that far in it. I'm not even giving that. I'm so much on my own dick, and I'm so much in my own lane, and I'm so concerned. I'm so concerned about me that I'm not even thinking that far into shit. Like, oh, if I do this, oh, niggas, like, I'm not. No, I don't think like that, because I rather listen, my nigga. I got a problem with you. And this is what my gripe is, and I'd rather have that conversation like that, opposed to be, doing little corny little sneak shit. Like, I ain't into that. That ain't even. That's not even my DNA makeup, bro. I'm not even built in that way.
You're not thinking before you like a picture. Do I have to think? Do I have to say
think
before I like a picture? Like,
I'm not doing that neither.
Okay, like,
I'm not doing that neither.
Sometimes you be on the gram and you just scrolling, you just see something you like, and you're not even looking at the caption. You're not looking at none of that. So
you like the picture.
You like the picture. You're not even paying. You're not looking too deep into that. Like,
I'm not, and I shouldn't have to. And I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start because you can't listen. I can't please everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if it's a picture that I felt like applies to something that it's a homie, or it's a friend, or it might be a girl. It could be anything. It ain't that deep, bro. It ain't that deep. Not for me.
Yeah. Not for me too. Like, I'm like, all right, whatever. If I like the picture, I like it. It ain't that deep. It ain't that serious.
It ain't deep at all. So it wasn't. It was no big thing. I think people was making it more than what it was, because I know 50, and I doubt that he even really was lost sleep about it. Like, because once I said what I said about it, which wasn't
he probably
nothing,
was like, he probably was like, yeah, whatever, yeah, all right.
It was nothing, man. Like,
he probably looked at himself, was like, damn, I fuck it.
Like, come on, like,
fuck
you know me, my nigga, like, bro, like, you know me, you know me well enough, but people do change, and you never know.
Yes.
Well,
yep.
On that note, Maino, we appreciate you hanging out on the Zoom with us. The weekend
Thank
work.
you, man.
So good.
Appreciate you, man. Make sure Kitchen Talk is out now.
That's right.
First episode is out now. Make sure you get it out. Check it out on all podcast platforms. I Can't Breathe. We're going to get into that again, right?
Yeah,
I love you. Play it.
We'll
do it again.
We're going to play a Maino set, man, throughout the show.
Yeah, man. Play a Maino set. I got another record. Dead Benji's. Play that too. So let's go. Yeah. Keep going.
Let's do it. Let's go, man. Love, Maino. Appreciate you, bro.
Love, man. See y'all later. All right,
bro. Peace.
The Bad Boys of Radio.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
They're taking over the airwaves. So turn your radio up. Weekend Work is now on.